Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. In this video, I am going to talk about the cash budget. This would be the last lecture in which we'll just talk about the cash budget. Uh, a cash budget is basically a statement in which the management make estimates about the receipts, payments in a tabulated form just to forecast their receipts and payments. And it is always done for a future time period. So according to SEMA terminology, a cash budget is detailed budget of estimated cash inflows and outflows incorporating both revenues and capital items. Uh, how it is illustrating it with the example, and this has been given in page number 212. So they have provided some information. On the basis of some information, we have to make our receipts, payments, and final amount of cash that we have at end of time period. So one thing that you must keep in mind, that budget is for future periods. So we are making budgets for future periods. So Peter Blair has worked for some years as a sales representative, but has recently been made redundant. I mean, he's no more working anywhere. He intends to start up in business on his own account using 15,000, of which he currently has invested with the building society. So he had only $15,000, out of which some of amount he has invested in some purchasing capital item. Peter maintains a bank account showing a small credit balance, and he plans to approach his bank for the necessary additional finance. He asks you for advice and provide following additional information. Okay, so these are basically the information from A to E. We will take one by one so that we can understand what actually the requirements are. The required item is prepare a cash budget for 6 months to 31st March 2014. So it means that we have to prepare 6 months, and we will go back from March backward. So March, February, January, and previous year's December, November, and October. So it means that our starting period would be October till March. So one thing is clear, that we will start our work from October till March. Okay, it's very difficult to write like this. Anyways, so October till March. So the additional information is arrangement has been made to purchase non-current asset costing 8,000. So this is related with this information. Number one, these will be paid for at the end of September and are expected to have a 5-year life, at the end of which they will possess a nil residual value. Nil residual value means कि 5 years के बाद उस एसेट की कोई वैल्यू नहीं रहेगी. दैट वुड बी यानी अगर उसको सेल आउट भी किया जाए तो नथिंग वुड बी रिसीव्ड फ्रॉम इट. So it means that out of 15,000 they have a 7,000 of cash, $7,000. This could be their opening balance. From October onward, inventories costing 5,000 will be acquired on September, and a subsequent monthly purchase will be at a level sufficient to replace forecast sales for the month. Okay, then the point C is forecast monthly sales are 3,000 for October, 6,000 for November and December, and $10,000 from January onward. It means that we have to make till March. So January, February, uh, uh, March, 3 months they have a sales of 10,500. Then the selling price is fixed at a cost of inventory plus 50%. Okay, so it means that if for example 100% is your purchase, then 150% is your sales. I repeat, if your purchase is 100%, if your purchase is 100%, then your sales would be 150%, right? So things are getting clear now, one by one. Then another information is 2 months credit will be allowed to customer, but only 1 month credit will be received from the supplier of inventory. It means that whenever you are selling your product to the customers, you are allowing them 2 months credit. Okay, it means if for example you are selling in January, the amount would be received in March, because 2 months from January, February, amount would be received in March. However, your creditor from where you are purchasing your inventory is allowing you only 1 month credit. It means if you are purchasing on January, you will have to pay on February. Then the running expenses includes rent, but excluding depreciation of non-current assets are estimated at 1,600. This is the cash amount which you have to pay on every month. Blair intends to make monthly cash withdrawing of 1,000. This is again uh, a continuous amount that the owner will withdraw amount from the business, $1,000 in each month. So this is a detailed information provided to us. We have to make some adjustments. For example, what is not given to us? They have provided the sales. Okay, sales amount is available, number one, but purchase amount is not available. It means that we have to calculate our purchase as well. One thing. The second thing is that there is a trick. What trick is? The amount is uh, the the amount you will receive from sales would be after 2 months, whereas the amount uh, you will have to pay to the supplier would be only 1 month credit. It means that कि आपने एक माह के बाद पे करना है और 2 मंथ्स के बाद आपने रिसीव करना है. सो थोड़ी सी इसके अंदर उन्होंने कॉम्प्लिकेशंस डाली हैं, बट वी विल ट्राई टू सॉल्व इट. So let's move to the solution. The opening cash balance at 1st October was 15,000 less the depreciation amount, the amount spent on the fixed asset, which was 8,000. Now the opening balance is 7,000. I mentioned it in my earlier slide. Number one. Then the supplier payments to supplier are a little more tricky, as I mentioned. We took we are told that the cost of sales is 100 divided by 150 into sales. Uh, uh, we want to basically find out the purchase. Okay, so the sales is in fact 150% of the purchase. It means 100 is your purchase, 150 your sales, and if you multiply this ratio, you will get the purchase price. Thus, the October cost of sales is, for example, the 3,000 is 2,000. Okay, and he mentioned over there uh, in part C, for cost sales are 3,000 for October. Okay, so this is your sales price, sales revenue, and 2,000 is your purchases. Okay, These goods will be purchased in October but not paid until November. The initial inventory of $5,000 is purchased in September and consequently paid for in October. Okay, this is another information which was mentioned in point B. Okay, so depreciation is not included because it is nothing to do with the cash. So let's move, because we have to start our budget from October. So we will make October 1st, November 2nd, December 3rd, January 4th, February 5th, and March 6th. So we have to make the budget for 6 months. Now suppliers, we have to pay $5,000 of material or inventory that you purchased in September, because you are only given 1 month credit. Okay, so you purchased in September but you can pay it in October 5,000, right? Then the next point is, what about this 2,000? And they mentioned that if you see that this, you give uh, 2 months credit to the buyers, and 1 month is given by the supplier to you. So you made a sales on December because it is sold in October. Here I am just mentioning it, but you will not be you will not write it here. I'm just trying to explain it to you. So you purchased, you basically sold your item on October, or your inventory in October, but you will receive cash in December. Number one. Number two, your creditor only allows you a 1 month credit. So it means that you have been given only 1 month credit. Now this 2,000 is 100% of your sales, if you could remember. So if your sales is 150%, it means that your purchases is your 100%. So 100 divided by 150 multiplied by 3,000, you will get 2,000 of your purchases. So similarly, this would be done like this again. In January, you will calculate the same, because they have mentioned that the uh, sales is 6,000 for November and December. Okay, you sold in November 6,000 and December, but you will get their cash amount in January, I mean after 2 months, and then December sales would be received in February. Okay, so your purchases is 100% of your sales are 150% of your purchases, one thing, and then you are only given 1 month credit. So if you calculate and make all of your adjustments, you will find 6,000 of 150, that would be your 4,000, and so on. And your January sales are 100 10,500, that would be received in March. Okay, and take this 100, because your sales is 150 of your purchases, so 100 divided by 150 into 100, right? uh, 10,500, and the amount would be your 7,000. And again, if it is sold, because they mentioned that this would be onward, so 10,500 In April would be the purchase of your purchase would be your 7,000 in March. Okay, so it is here, and this would be for April. You calculated this suppliers. I mean, you have to make payments. Then running expenses are your 1,600. Rent amount that would be paid on the same month. Drawings are your 1,000 for every month. So you add up all of three items for October till March, and you get these total payments for all these months. 7,600 for October, and so on. In the March, it would be your 9,600. Now you need to calculate the receipts. Only receivables are from your sales. Okay, so you sold your product in October, but the amount would be received in December. So it means that you will not receive anything in October and November. You will get it in December. Similarly, you sold this in November, but you will get this amount in January. Okay. Again, you sold 6,000 of your sales in December, and the amount would be received in February. Similarly, in January you sold 10,500, but the cash would be received only in March. Okay, so these are the receipts. Now you make the difference between your payments and receipts. So 7,600 minus 0, because you are not getting anything. So it means that the shortfall is your 7,600. Again, 4,600 will have to pay in November, and you do not receive anything in November. So the deficit is shortfall is 4,600. And similarly, you will calculate all of these amounts. 6,600 minus 3,000. So you are receiving just 3,000, but the payment is 6,600. The difference is your 3,600, which is your shortfall. Now you need to calculate the opening balance. How did they calculate it? If you could remember, the opening balance was 7,000. How did we calculate it? 15,000 was the initial payment, and 8,000 they purchased for some capital expenditure. The remaining amount is 7,000. So they have only 7,000 of cash. This is the opening balance. So the difference between your surplus or shortfall from opening balance, the closing balance is your minus 600. If this is a closing balance, then this would be the opening balance for next month. Again, the closing balance of November would be the opening balance for December. Again, the closing balance of December would be the opening balance of January. Closing balance of January would be the opening balance of February. And again, the closing balance of February would be the opening balance of March. And the final net surplus deficit amount is your 12,000. So you see that how did you calculate? You need to make up your mind map that how you calculate it. Three things were important in this question. Rest of the question was very flat. One thing was that the sales you make today, this month, will get the cash in after 2 months. Number one, your suppliers give you only 1 month uh, credit. It means that purchase you are making today, you have to pay in the next month. Two, the third one was they only mention about the purchases in September. Okay, the rest of the periods you will have to calculate by your own self. From where? From your purchases, from your sales. And they mentioned that your purchases are 150% of your sales. Okay, so from that point of view, calculated your receipts and payments. Okay, so I hope so you got some idea about cash budget. Try to solve it by your own self. Just see how did I make these arrows to calculate these amounts. Inshallah, we will try to solve furthermore and make some clarification in the live streaming part. So up to that, thank you very much. Take care of yourself, and we will meet inshallah in live streaming. Allah Hafiz.